So big 11.1.7 release date. We'll talk about all the things that are coming with that patch. Also, the trading post is evidently broken, so be careful what you spend your trader's tender on. And Liberation of Undermine post-tuning changes. So we got DPS charts, post-tuning changes, how it's looking in the rating scene right now. There were some big movers. And is Sub-Titty Rogue back again? Oh, let's see. We'll find out soon. But here we go. 11.1.7 release date, June 17th. There you go. Big spoiler / not. I think everybody's pretty much talked about this already. I'm kind of late to the party on that one. But what you're going to be getting basically is your little Arathi Highlands quest. And when you do this whole thing, the Alliance people are going to get a Stormgrad tabard. The Horde will get a Magar Orcs tabard. And then you'll get some shoulder transmogs inspired by Farron's own polearms. So there you go. Pretty cool stuff. Now, this is the really cool thing that I want to do on stream when this thing actually goes live. Lorewalker chose quests. So what these are is first-person quests, going back in time and learning about some of this stuff and how it went down. The Xal'atath quest line is pretty cool. Xal'atath the Harbinger was once known as the Blade of the Black Empire. Her history is well-kept secret, but her words and deeds have affected so many that she is impossible to ignore. Her story must be told. So we go around, figure out where Xal'atath actually came from, what she used to look like, how the old gods imprisoned her, all that stuff. Pretty cool looking quest line. Ethereals, mysterious and elusive. The ethereals have traveled our world. The ethereals that travel our world or have traveled our world speak little of their history. Yet there is much to be learned from the few things they have chosen to share. So maybe some foreshadowing of the next patch, which I think will take us to the ethereal homeworld of Koresh. I'm pretty excited for that. I think Season 3 is going to kind of be a cool finale to the expansion, and I do think we're going to get to finally see Koresh and what it looks like. And then finally, I mean, the granddaddy of them all, the Lich King. That's right, Arthas Menethil. It is said when he was born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered his name. But did the forests of his youth know what he would eventually grow to become? Yes, going through an Arthas Menethil questline as Arthas himself. I mean, I don't think it gets any more boner-inducing. You don't need Viagra. You don't need anything. Play through this quest line, and you'll be rock hard for the rest of your life. This is a good one. I'm excited to do it. I can't wait for it. Overcharged Delves. This is important. This is going to give you a best-in-slot item, the new Titan Disc Belt. That's right. So you'll be looking at your map when this patch goes live. You'll see some Delves with electrified shit all over it on the map. You'll look at that, go there. The delves that will be available for this are Fungal Folly, Creevil's Rest, Nightfall Sanctum, Skittering Breach, the Spiral Weave, and Side Street Sluice. It's going to be rotating through these. I don't know how often it's going to rotate. They said it's going to be more often than currently what's it called? The Overcharged, not the Overcharged, the extra loot delves, man. I can't remember what they're called right now. But Bountiful Delves. So Bountiful Delves right now rotate slower than these are. These are going to be rotating through faster. You'll go do them. You'll get yourself extra stuff. You'll also get stuff towards this Titan Disc Belt, which will be your best-in-slot belt for everybody. There'll be some power-ups and things that you'll be adding to this belt to fully gear it out. It's another, kind of Cersei's ring kind of thing. Maybe a little bit better in that there's less best-in-slot shit. It's just going to be a talent tree, basically, that you fill out. Also, a new mount, the Overcharged mech suit, new gear, and more delve currency. Very nice. We always love more currencies in this game. New UI updates. That's right. The thing that's going to save WoW, single button rotation. Yes, WoW is going to come to mobile one day. I think it's all been guaranteed at this point. But single button assistant rotation. You can click one button and mindlessly do your entire rotation. That's going live with this patch as well. But then you also get combat assistant, which very much is the Heckley add-on, where it's going to tell you kind of what the best optimal thing is going to be to click next is going to be for your class and your specific spec. So this thing will be cool. I'll be trying out the combat assistant when it does go live. Single button assistant Xbox soon, Orkmondo? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, if you could play this thing on a phone, you could play it on a controller, you could play it on a toaster, you could play it on your new Samsung fridge. With single button rotation, you could take WoW anywhere. There you go. Quote that, Blizzard. Use it on your advertisement stuff. Slip into the turbulent timeways with Blizzard, with Battle for Azeroth. That's right, Battle for Azeroth being added to the turbulent timeways with this as well. It will be the week 1 event. This is a great catch-up event for leveling alts and going through all that stuff. Also, for the 6-week event, 5 of the 6 weeks, you're going to want to do at least 4 time walking dungeons, almost back to back to back, because you're going to have to stack the buff up 4 times, less than an hour between these things. You'll have to get them done. 5 weeks. You'll have to do this out of the 6, so you can only miss 6 weeks. If you do all 5, you'll get the Mastering of Timeways achievement thing, and you will get this freaking beautiful, glorious, Our Captain is a Dragon, Time Captain Hooktail mount. Yes, one of the coolest mounts they've ever done for one of these. I definitely want it. I'm going on vacation during week 5, so I can't miss a week. I'm going to have to do this every single week to get this mount. Hopefully I can get this thing done. And then finally, the Greedy Emissary returns. If you don't remember what this was, it was the little Diablo-esque boy, a little goblin boy that would run around with a little satchel on his back, and everyone beat the shit out of him to get the loot. So the Greedy Emissary returns during this event. You'll be able to encounter even more of these deviously greedy emissaries in Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Dornogal, and Undermine for the new diabolical rewards, including a mount. You won't want to miss this truly iconic event rewards, including recolors of your Tier 2 sets. So there you go. Tier 2 set recolors. Some of these look pretty cool. The Death Knight one. Look at that. That's pretty decent. Besides that, I think there's a mount, but I don't know. I forgot what the mount was. But yeah, the Tier 2 color resets are going to be one that everyone's going to want to get. And that is really it in terms of the 0.7 patch. A lot of decent, time killer stuff. Whatever. We'll go through it. We'll do it. And then next season's going live with the next update. Which should be probably, I'm guessing, in August. Guessing August, we're going to get our Season 3 launch. Besides that, all that stuff's happening. Be careful with your trading post tender. Evidently, this Cold Flame battle gear set is not showing up for people. They're basically butt-ass naked on the chest and the feet. Those aren't showing. For some reason, there's also been indications that some of the mounts are not showing up. So jokes aside, the reports of other issues in the trading post items for this month are happening. They can't confirm it, but players have mentioned issues with mounts not appearing and the mount journal when they need to be summoned. So they're going to have to do a /cast command to manually summon these mounts. Interesting. There aren't many other reports, but it looks like it's this armor set and a few of the mounts, so be careful when it comes to that stuff. Okay, recently we had a tuning go live, right? So we had a bunch of buffs for different classes. Let's see how all of this shakes out. So we got overall damage looking at the raid DPS charts here, and basically Devastation Evoker remains on top. Devastation Evoker has been on top for a little while now, but we got some really big movers beyond Devastation Evoker. Biggest single change was at number 7, Sub Titty Rogue. That's right, as Gloria kicks off in the background, Sub Titty has made a huge comeback. That's right, they are up 19 spots. One of the biggest moves I've seen on any of these charts in quite a while now. 19 spots up for Sub Titty. We see everyone else with some small movements after that. Who was rising 6 spots here? Survival Hunter moved up 6 spots as well, so that was a big move for them with 2 buffs to their abilities from last week. We also see some big changes to Warriors. Warriors moving up the chart decently. Arms and Furry, they're still not, at the top here, but they are most likely most definitely more viable than they were previous to the buffs with a couple of the changes that happened to them. Shadow also has a big move up with its buffs, up 6 spots into 5th place. Survival also getting a big boost in tuning, up 6 spots as well. So we saw Survival and Shadow Priest with big moves. Sub Titty, huge move there. One of the biggest moves we've seen in quite a while, up 19 spots as I mentioned earlier. Windwalker Monk moved down a little bit, one to accommodate a skyrocketing Rogue, but it also moved past Retribution, which drops 3 spots to accommodating the other tuning risers. So Retribution didn't really see nerfs. It was the buffs of the others that saw really kind of drop for them. Besides that, we saw Arcane also on the rise, gaining 2 spots, coming up just outside of the top 10. And at the bottom of the rankings, we see a pretty sad sight. With no doubt, Druids mixing up there. So a Feral and Balance. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Druids. Blizzard just doesn't like them right now. We also see Demonology sitting there at the very bottom, just not having a very good time. Augmentation, finally, not at the bottom. That's good to see for them. Yeah, damn, Augmentation is moderately almost viable. Again, yeah, I know, right? These tuning changes honestly affected, what was it, Rogue mostly. We saw some Hunter changes. Warrior, as I said, don't feel too bad. That was a rise for them. Warrior was kind of sitting in the gutter for a little while. Overall, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Warrior 2. Prot hasn't been in a very good spot. Just hasn't been a very good expansion for Warriors overall. We'll look at these as they continue to change. Probably not many changes left before 11.1.7 is. That's when we'll see the next kind of bunch of changes on these charts. But that is all in terms of news.